One second, I'm just thinking about what it takes to be a good actor. Thanks, Kirk, for posing this question again. I'm teasing. It's a really good question to revisit and think about. And there are so many wonderful answers. They're personal, they're universal, and the list grows. Yeah, I think back on the past couple of years of hills and valleys, really wonderful hills and very low valleys. And the word that comes to mind is fortitude. And what is fortitude? It's courage amidst pain and adversity. You're going to get a lot of rejections in your life and a lot of no's. You face a lot of roadblocks. People will enter your life, they'll leave your life, they'll promise, and they won't deliver. And how does an actor and a person in this very difficult business have the strength and courage to keep on going and to find a new way and grow? To get up and do something for your craft every single day. And then it can encompass so many things: reading, writing, playing an instrument, making connections. I also think about resilience. How quickly can you recover? As Denzel Washington says, fail falling forward. Which I hope is not a misquote, but I think that's pretty accurate to what he did say. And I love that. What can you learn from your failures? Because so many failures can turn into great opportunities for learning. And you should always take every experience that you receive as a learning opportunity. And that's easier said than done. You don't want to allow that evil to whisper into your ear and bring you to despair and the loss of hope. And that takes courage and empathy and understanding and forgiveness. All things an actor needs. And I think of a friend of mine who was a writer, and she lived into her 90s. And she had such great energy and spirit and creativity. And I asked her, where do you get your energy? You have more energy than me. And she said to me, I never allow an old person to live in my heart. And an actor needs that inner child. They need that play, that exploration, that joy of new experiences. I look at my children and I see how invested they are in their play, in their imaginary world. And that's what we do as actors. We dive into an imaginary world, and we have to bring ourselves fully to it, truthfully, in order to portray the roles that we portray. So never lose that inner child, and never let an old person live in your heart. It'll get you through a lot. So that's what I think right now. Ask me in a year.